Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on third down, Fields. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Skirts by him at the 35. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Jets will take over first and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they're a confident bunch, and they're going to need to be. They're facing a group here that is seeking a 5th consecutive victory.
And this head coach knows all about motivational tactics. He was touting his unit all week, saying, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up, ready to go. And he believes that.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. A Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Fields now to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Play action, Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. It's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division. He's got a man complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Tua. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go with Williams. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Gordon on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Carter.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second and 10.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Ebron caught left side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Again, Fields.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here is Montgomery on third and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And it will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Fields, short little throw to Ebron. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
On play action, here's Tua. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 28.
Side complete. That's Fuller. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch the twins.
Tua now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Tua going to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Montgomery. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Montgomery, and he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
To throw is Fields.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Buying time to his left.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
That huge on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
58, come on. Check three.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tua. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Jets, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.